Political turmoil for President Hudson. Political support for federal President Zachary Hudson has plummeted after the results of a trial concerning Starship One's destruction. Fleet Admiral Lucas Vincent was charged with sabotaging the presidential vessel, leading to hundreds of deaths. His close relationship with Hudson has triggered a public outcry and accusations of a conspiracy to assassinate then-President Jasmina Halsey. Political analyst V. Hahn Niven reported on the situation. The Republican Party is officially in a state of crisis. President Hudson has refused to make any statement regarding Fleet Admiral Vincent, despite pressure piling up from all corners of the Federation. Over a dozen congressmen have resigned in protest, refusing to be associated with what some news feeds are calling the crime of the century. Shadow President Felicia Winters has stopped short of making direct allegations against Hudson, but in several powerful speeches, she stressed that no elected ruler can ever be above the law. Opinion polls suggest that the Liberal Party now has majority support for the first time in years, and that many people view Hudson as a symbol of corruption. In 3305, halfway through his term of office, the president won the scheduled congressional vote of no confidence by a slim margin. It is doubtful that his administration would survive if it were to be held today. Marlinist refugees flee to the Federation. The Empire has formally demanded that the Federation extradites all Marlinist political refugees that have fled into their space. Hundreds of thousands of believers in the Republican ideology evacuated their homes following anti-terrorism lockdowns. The Imperial blockade in Aquada prevented 10 megaships from escaping, but others carrying huge numbers of Marlinists have appeared in the Federal System's Chat Ender, Ened, HIP 36081, LTT 1935, LTT 3607, and Thetis. Many smaller vessels are also thought to have spread far and wide. Imperial Ambassador Imogen Luciana sent the formal request. The Federation is harboring potential criminals who are connected to the NMLA terrorists. We insist that they are detained and returned to us to face justice. Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester, who was once engaged to Princess Aisling Duval, provided an official response. There is no extradition treaty for unconvicted citizens, and these people have claimed political asylum. I have requested that Congress grant them sanctuary within the Federation, and that we offer protection to all Marlinists seeking to escape discrimination by the Empire. Although there is no indication that Marlinist emigrants have set course for Alliance space, Prime Minister Edmund Mahone confirmed that they will be welcomed. Some independent systems are also offering assistance, while others have warned that any influx of refugees will be resisted. Thargoid incursion repelled in Witch Head Enclave. Pilots Federation alert. Thargoid forces defeated in an Alliance-controlled system within the Witch Head Nebula. The galactic community has responded to a call for aid from the Witch Head Enclave and successfully resisted an attack by the Thargoids. The majority of the alien vessels were destroyed, forcing the remainder to retreat. Captain Warren Lamar, head of security for the Alliance Expeditionary Pact, announced, "Everyone in Onoros and our neighboring systems owes an enormous debt to the courageous pilots who met the Thargoids in battle." The whole of the Witch Head Enclave is breathing a sigh of relief that this resurgence was prevented from spreading any farther. The Alliance Expeditionary Pact offered financial rewards for those who took part in the system's defense, and these payments can now be obtained at the Golden Stag. To help celebrate this victory, the technology broker at Bray Landing in the Yuan-Jia system confirmed that access to Guardian weapons and modules will stay reduced for one more week. Federal initiative to support Marlinist refugees. Pilots Federation alert. An aid charity is requesting deliveries of vital supplies to help Marlinist refugees that fled from the Empire to the Federation. Safeguard Interstellar, a humanitarian aid organization, has announced a campaign to help refugees requesting political asylum in the Federation. Several Imperial factions sympathetic to Marlinism were placed under martial law, leading to civilians emigrating in huge numbers to the Federal System's Charanda, Ined, HIP 36081, LTT-1935, LTT-3607 and Thetis. Local authorities have warned that without additional support, these refugees may trigger public unrest or food shortages. There is also a risk of unfamiliar contagions reaching the population. Noel Beaumont, the CEO of Safeguard Interstellar, made this statement. These ex-citizens of the Empire have suffered at the hands of their own government, and now seek freedom from persecution. Shelter, food and other necessities must be provided to satisfy their basic human rights. We urgently require shipments of basic medicines, clothing, food cartridges, fruit and vegetables, and evacuation shelters to Fox Enterprise and the LFT-625 system. From there, they will be distributed to the Marlinists. The more supplies we receive, the more systems can offer sanctuary without strain on their infrastructure. Safeguard Interstellar's affiliate, the Fion Liberals, has offered to pay handsomely for all bounty vouchers collected from wanted vessels in the LFT-625 system. The initiative begins on the 22nd of October 3306 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately.